I've decided. It took me such a long time, but I finally decided to drop out of school. Hello everyone, my name is Lulu Mali, the Tooth Fairy, and welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I'm so excited to hop on YouTube. I'm gonna talk about everything related to dentistry, my life, girl talk. But today's video is gonna be all about things I wish I knew before getting into dentistry. Now, I wish I had a prime example for this, like why I took dentistry as a course, but to be honest guys, dentistry happened to me. Like, I can't lie to you guys and say this was my dream, because it wasn't. I just maneuvered my way into dentistry. So okay, let's just get on to the video. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to talk about is how hands-on dentistry is. Dentistry is such a hands-on course. I should have done my research before getting into this. So like, people think that dentistry, you just study, you just study about the teeth and stuff, but there's more. Of course, we do study. We learn about tooth morphology, we learn about pharmacology related to dentistry. We learn so much. That's something that I did not know, fully understand until I was in the course, of course, because you learn as you go, to be honest. And dentistry is very hands-on. I spend so many hours when I have clinics, so many hours standing, running around,
she's a runner, she's a track
just
star.
juggling different patients in different clinics. And this is my toolbox. Let me show you. This is my toolbox. I use this in prosthetics.
Everybody say, oh toodles! Oh toodles!
Clinics. It has all my things that I need for pros, like my mixing bowl, my torch, my little instruments that I use to cut off the wax, so many different things, my burrs to grind down things, because you just never know what you're gonna need. So I just bring everything that I need in that little toolbox of mine. So yeah, anyways, this one is a bit obvious, but you need to have like really good communication skills, because there will be patients who, especially with COVID, and we wear like two masks. So we have the N95 and then we have your normal surgical mask, and it's so hard to like pronunciate things or speak to your patient, especially if they don't understand English. So you need to find a way where you can communicate with all your patients, whether you need someone to translate for you, like if you don't understand a language like Xhosa or Afrikaans, whatever, you have another student there in the cubicle, or someone who's accompanying the patient will translate for you. You'll use sign language. I don't know anything about sign language, which is a really bad thing, and I'm so keen on learning that. It is so crucial, guys. Otherwise, you'll miss out so much important information about the patient when you're doing your history forms, and also just in general, like asking them and having a proper conversation with the patient, because it's not like they're in, they're out. Like, you just say, hey, hi, sit down, treat, and then they're out of here. No, you get to learn about little things about the patient. Some of them are quite shy, some of them are very, very open, and I've gotten a lot of advice from patients, whether it be related to dentistry or like just life in general. It will turn into a little therapy session, to be honest. I've made so many amazing patients. But let's get into the next thing I wish I knew about dentistry: time management. Time management. Guys, when I tell you I lack time management, because I don't schedule like when I should study, or days where I'm supposed to prepare for my clinic, because I do prepare for my clinics before I go into clinics. I don't like going to clinics unprepared, but sometimes I do. go to clinics unprepared.
Wait a damn minute. What?
But I try my very best the day before.
Hold on. Now hold on.
The day before to prepare for my clinics, whether that be going online or watching different YouTube channels about how to do treatments, whether it be reading through my clinical books or my notes from previous years. That's another thing. I would like to say that I have been studying those clinical notes for years now, and when I say I don't come prepared to the clinics, it does not necessarily mean that I haven't opened a book, but it means that I've made other means of studying for the clinics. Like I would go through the notes that I made during lectures, during just listening to the voiceovers, and they help tremendously. Just wanted at that part just to make it clear that going to the clinics is a no if you're not prepared. Always keeping your notes, everything in order, so that when you need to refer to that, you have it in a file on your computer ready to click, and then you just start learning. Because honestly, time management is the most important thing. You need to time how much time how much time you're gonna spend on doing the patient's history. You need to time how much time you're gonna do the treatment for that day, and also you need to time some time. You need to time for like your paperwork. So you'll be writing on your patient's file. At the end of, once you've dismissed your patient, you'll be writing in their file what you did, your notes, also the treatment codes at the back of the file. Have your supervisor sign those things. And if you're in prosthetics clinic and you need to send your stuff to the lab, you need to get that signed by your supervisor. Guys, another thing I would like to add is learning how to take an L. Literally, take an L, take a loss, accept your failures, because honestly, you need to realize that in dentistry, there are gonna be so many clinics with so many different patients, different supervisors, and it's not gonna go well each time. That's just how things are. You're not gonna be perfect at everything. Things are not always gonna go the way you want them in the clinic, with your patient, or with your lab work, or with your marks at the end of the clinic. It's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. And
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And I learned that the very, very hard way. And at first it was so hard to accept losing, and I just had to learn how to bounce back each time. One thing I've learned that dentistry has done, something I wish I knew, is how it actually
can crush your confidence, demotivate you
to keep going. And that is the beauty of it. Actually, you just, when you feel like that's it, I've had the last straw, I'm out of here, man. Deuces, I'm quitting this course, I ain't looking back. Like, that's when you start evolving, because the person who makes the most mistakes in like the clinics actually learns the most. And it's so hard when you're there and like things are not going well, but then you end up getting a hang of things and you're getting more confident. Like, my confidence levels are slowly increasing, because when I tell you, if you asked me about dentistry like earlier this year, I would have been like, child, I just want to drop out already. I know I'm going to disappoint my parents, but I regret being here now. I should have done something else. Like, no. But now, like, looking back, looking at how far I've come, looking at all the mistakes I've done, how many times I got in trouble with my supervisors, now I'm just so much more confident. And that's not to say that bad things are not going to happen in the clinic. I'm not going to meet impatient patients, rude patients, patients who discriminate, but it does mean that I am more prepared now, and no matter how bad it goes in the clinic or how good it is, I need to remember that I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to learn, whether that's from my friends, fellow classmates, supervisors, and even patients. I want to get into is studying. This is the most important thing to any student in varsity right now, is studying. So I need to plan out which days I want to study for a test, or days where I want to do my assignments, because one thing about dentistry, today you have 3 tests lined up for you, the next week you have 4 tests, 2 assignments, clinical work to do. It's just so much. You have clinics, you have school, like it becomes too much at a point when you're just like, whoa, I just need a break, guys. Just give me a break. I need a break. But that's not the reality of situations. You need to find a way to get everything on check. Try to study as much as I can. Like, it's online, so come on. I'm not really that. Like, I'm studying, but I'm not studying. You know what I mean? But yeah, I study at least 2 days before the test, and what I would do, depending on my mood, I would read through my slides and try to understand, and then normally on the last day of studying, so the day before the test, I would just read through my slides. So that helps a lot, just going through the lectures, even if I don't study to cram, but at least have some knowledge when I'm reading through my lectures. And then I'll just have my little slides near me when it's time to write the test. Another thing is having a good support system. I recently did this thing where I decided to study with other classmates, and this has helped me so much, because some of my classmates live at my race. So we just have a little group chat where we just remind each other about stuff, topics to cover for the test. Some of them would just like put all the lectures in like one document, so I don't have to open multiple lecture slides during a test or when I'm studying. So that is so helpful. I highly recommend having some sort of support system, because honestly, it has made my academic life way easier, having people just around me and we're doing the same thing, or trying to get there, or
She's a runner, she's a track star.
So it's really, really nice. It's really good. And then of course you have to have time for yourself. So which brings to my last thing, TikTok. I want to talk about TikTok because TikTok has become such a huge thing right now, and not just in general for everyone who's like on TikTok because it's so much fun, but also it's become a way that I can share information about oral hygiene and, you know, just make light of a tough situation like school, because school can be so depressing at times. Some people go through severe depression when they're at school, and there are times where I doubt myself and drive myself into a dark place because of school, because maybe I did not get the grade I wanted for a certain test. I probably failed something, and yeah, that happens a lot. Maybe I failed to do good work in the clinic, and then my supervisor decides to give me a 50 or even lower if they feel like it. Sometimes supervisors can be tough, sometimes they can be so understanding and helpful. So yeah, TikTok, social media, Instagram, sharing stuff that I do in clinics just makes it so much fun, you know, for me. And I have noticed that I have sparked conversations with people that I follow and people who follow me on social media. Like, they would DM me, or sometimes like just leave comments on posts I do related to dentistry, and it's so amazing, honestly. Like, I've spoken to so many people this year. It makes me happy. That's why I'm smiling. It makes me happy to think that I inspired someone to even think about dentistry, something that I just happened to fumble on, like applied to and didn't think I was gonna get in, but I got it. It's so amazing that now people see dentistry, like in PE there's no dental school, so it's amazing that people are now starting to think about it and see it as fun and exciting based on like the TikToks I post, which is so amazing for me because I really never thought that I would ever inspire anyone to do anything. I can't wait to see the results, honestly. And thank you guys so much for supporting me on everything I do on Instagram and on TikTok and now on YouTube. Ciao. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.